take us on.
Welcome, everyone, to another exciting edition of TAM High School Varsity Girls Lacrosse. Andy Cohen and Abby O'Leary coming with you from Sam Chapman Stadium on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon, spring afternoon, on what should be a really great game versus your TAM Hawks and the Redwood. What's the Redwood?
Giants. The Redwood Giants, yeah.
Redwood Giants.
Promises to be a tough game. TAM is coming into this ranked number 5 in the North Coast section, and Redwood ranked number 2. I can't hear you either. We're on? We're checking our sound here.
Oh,
I can't hear him. Or I can't hear through the headphones.
sorry, they just switched the board. Can you hear each other now?
I can't hear you right now, Abby. I don't know if anyone else can hear us out there, but
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I can hear you, and I can hear myself.
And now I can hear you as well.
So we'll do our introductions again in case the viewers didn't hear us. Welcome to what promises to be a tough matchup against the Redwood Giants.
Brooklyn Hatch going to take the draw here for TAM, having a fantastic sophomore season in the middle.
And gets that first draw control. That's key. We love to see that.
Feels like we're going to talk about draw control a lot today, Abby.
Yeah, draw control matters so much in setting the tempo. And as you said, Brooklyn has been just pivotal this year, taking on this new role and really dominating.
TAM controls around the outside at some point. And a turnover right in the middle. Redwood controls, and they're coming through, transitioning up to the offensive end.
Looks like that's number 17, Nina Baker, bringing it downfield for
Lucy Miller behind.
Lucy Miller is, nope, sorry, I was thinking of Lucy Jeffers. She's a key player for them. She's got the ball right now. She's going to be one to watch, as well as Presley Pewitt. Presley committed to play at Chapman next year, I believe.
Redwood dodges, and
great
nice
stop
play
by
by Jamie
Jamie.
Lemberg.
And it looks like Redwood went into the crease, so that's going to be TAM possession. Great stop by Jamie. Jamie had a fantastic game last week against MC.
She sure did, and that was an emotional victory that TAM pulled out. What a great game, and she really was one of the all-stars of that contest. It's worth mentioning, Abby, as ball down. That's Mia Yalis. She will jump back on it, show control as she tries to transition.
She's got speed on her side. That helped her get to that ground ball.
She sure did.
Switching fields here. Up to Piper Swift. Oof.
Oh, good catch by Tessa Cohen.
Keeps control.
As TAM works it around, it's worth mentioning that number of injuries on the TAM side, but one unfortunate one right before kickoff, and looks like a stoppage of play here. Not sure what happened right there, Abby, but it looks like a turnover to Redwood. But Taylor Cohen, one of the 4 freshmen on this TAM team, low defense, who's been starting all season, out with a hamstring injury that she suffered right before the game. Looks like Lauren Townsend sliding into that role with Mia Yalis going from high D back to low D to fill the hole. So they'll have to figure out some slightly new positions here as we get started.
And, of course, we've got Rowie Scobie still on the sidelines, which is a big loss for TAM. The offense and the midfield have been figuring it out without her, but we'd love to see her back as soon as that's possible.
Isn't that the truth? But so far, a good season for these TAM Hawks. 7-3-1 on the season, 3-0 in MCAL, sitting at the top of the table currently.
And Redwood has a record of 8-3, and their MCAL record is 2-0. So they're in second place in MCAL, and really anything could happen today. This is going to be one of our toughest opponents in the MCAL league.
That's Mia Yallis there defending. Now up to the top, Brooklyn Hatch.
Okay, that was a play. I thought I heard them calling Jayhawk. A little bit of an ISO with that girl running, rolling the crease and then passing off to Lucy Jeffer, who just tried to roll it into the goal, and it went wide. Redwood retains control.
Yallis on D. Goes
Checks
down.
it.
Yeah, good play. Ball rolling around, and Jamie Lember controls.
Great check by Mia Yallis. That was key.
She'll get it out to Lauren Townsend. Back to Lexi Watts.
Lexi finds Mia Yallis.
Always a good person to have in the transition. She really can go.
Her speed is fun to watch.
Back over to Lexi Watts. She'll control. To Lauren Townsend.
We need some midfield cuts here. Okay, keeping control. Quinlan comes up with it, down to Sarah Cormier.
Oh, nice pass
Finds
in the middle.
Tessa. Tessa needs to pull out. Kate Carvalho. Who's going to come up with it? That was an empty stick check on Tam.
And Redwood controls down the near sideline.
This is Lucy Jeffers with the ball. She's a junior. They're keeping their offense very spread out. Way above the 12-meter.
Yes, seems like Tam's doing a really good job of pressing them up, really pushing them back off the 8-meter.
Great defense from Tessa Cohen.
Quinlan Dayton at the top.
Guarding Claire Johnson, a sophomore at Redwood. Oh, ball down. Kate Carvalho's there. Who's going to come up with it?
Oh, still on the ground. Nice.
Great grab by Spencer White. Oh, down again. Redwood comes up with it. Down again.
Little sloppy here in the early going.
Oh, maybe beautiful pickup by Kate Carvalho. Key.
Yeah, really nice pickup.
She needs help down there.
Maybe a little nerves here, Abby, in the early going on the stick work.
I was going to say the same. I think this shows just how high the stakes are and how nervous they are to face each other.
Winner here will vault to the top of the table here in MCALs early in the spring season. Oh, and that's a shooting space call, and Tam will get it on the 8.
Both teams are coming off a weekend loss. Tam lost to Marin Academy on Saturday, and Redwood lost to San Ramon Valley by only 1 last Friday. So that's a close game, a close loss against a very tough opponent.
Yeah, we saw San Ramon Valley come in here to Sam Chapman Stadium and really make a statement. Really good, solid squad.
They're always a tough opponent.
Looks like maybe 3 seconds on Redwood. Sarah Cormier with the ball behind the net.
So a defender cannot stay in the 8-meter area for longer than 3 seconds if she's not within a stick's length of her opponent. So that was the call that was made there. Sarah's surrounded, basically triple teamed.
She passes out. Tessa Cohen now at the top.
Brooklyn making a move.
That's Quinlan Dayton.
Ball's down. Sarah comes up with it.
Oh, and she'll make a run. Passes out to.
They are quick to double and triple team, so it seems critical that we find the open girl, and the open girl makes herself seen.
But foul right there. Quinlan Dayton will get it on the 8, and as we know, she is ready to go to goal when she has this opportunity. Oh, can't get the shot off. Nice defense by Redwood right there.
And Lucy Jeffers comes up with it again.
You said her name right at the beginning. We're certainly going to be speaking about her a lot, it seems like, this afternoon.
She is one to watch.
And a timeout. 3 minutes left in the first quarter here from Sam Chapman Stadium. A really fun game to watch. No score, 0-0. So we are watching a little bit of a defensive battle, which we don't always see on the lacrosse field.
I haven't seen that yet at a home game this season. We controlled that first draw, but weren't able to convert, and it has changed possession quite a few times, and we've seen quite a few ground balls, more than usual.
Yeah. You can imagine a lot of these girls know each other from club, from other sports, from social aspects. Always fun to see some of your friends on the other sideline, but also amps up the stakes just a little bit.
It really does. And I think they know what to expect from a lot of these players since they play with them and have seen them for years now.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And, of course, our head coach, Brian Dayton, I think one of his greatest skills is as a scout. So I'm sure that he spent some time scouting Redwood and passing on
sure.
that information to his players.
Yeah, I think the TAM team's been doing some film work, some walkthroughs, these last couple of days, really gearing up for this one. So the girls are excited, and this first goal is going to be a big one on the emotional side, whoever can put that first one in the back of the net.
Yeah, I thought for a moment it might happen with Tessa Cohen.
Yep. Yeah. And Quinlan, an opportunity as well, really went deep towards the goal. Sometimes you'll see her really take a step back and use her extremely hard and precise shot. But
she can rocket it in there. I thought she might do that. I don't know a lot about the Redwood goalie, so maybe that was a decision based on what they know about the goalie.
Yeah, Wells Von Stroh, I've seen her play. She plays on Taylor Cohen and a number of the girls' club team. Quite a good player, active back there. She'll run, chase balls, and really has a good command of the game and is happy to be vocal back there. So a really strong player, and she's a freshman.
Oh, wow. Freshman starting goalie.
Redwood into the offensive end.
Okay, that's Nina Baker. Number 17 brought it downfield. Now they're going to move it, work it around the offense. Presley Pewett's got it now. Making a move towards the goal.
She'll make a dodge.
And she gets it in. A high shot.
Yeah, beat Jamie up top. Really nice run. Nice dodge. 1-0 Redwood with 2.5 minutes left here.
So as mentioned earlier, Presley's going to be playing lacrosse next year in college. So she's also one to watch.
Sometimes that first goal just gets everyone's jitters out on both sides of the ball a little bit and allows everyone to settle down, take a deep breath, and let's see what happens here. This next draw will be an important one for TAM, see if they can control.
Let's see if we can control the draw again. Brooklyn versus Lucy Jeffers on the circle.
Brooklyn controlled the only other draw so far this quarter.
Again, nope. All right, that was an early start by us, so Redwood takes possession.
Lucy
Setting
Jeffers.
a pick up there. Claire Johnson set a pick, but wasn't used.
Another pick up top by Lucy Jeffers. Lexi Watts will defend.
Trying to set another pick. We double.
Oh,
beautiful
nice
bounce
dodge.
shot from Presley. So that's 2 goals out of Presley Pewitt so far. Oh, they've called it back.
They
Did she
called
go
it
into
off.
The crease?
Looks like she was in the crease.
Okay, Jamie Lemberg's got it out to be a Yawless.
Good break for the Tam Hawks. Still 1-0 here.
A minute and a half left in the first quarter.
Lexi Watts will control back to Jamie Lemberg.
They are really defending on the ride.
That's Mia Yallis through the middle. She'll cross midfield.
Look at this pressure on the defensive end and on midfield. Their number 3, Moni Hewitt, if I say her name right, is really pressuring in the backfield.
And it's giving Tam some trouble. They're throwing some errant passes.
It is.
Oh. Looks like a card might come out.
Yellow card. Stop.
Kate Carvalho dragged down in the midfield.
Who is it that's going to get the yellow card? Okay, looks like maybe
Pewitt.
Presley Pewitt's coming out.
That would
Nothing intentional there. That really looked like kind of a tangle up with 4 people, but I think a dangerous stick check happened in there.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be Claire Johnson coming over to the sideline.
And
No, sorry. Presley Pewitt.
Okay. So we're man up for 45 seconds. Kate Carvalho with the ball.
And Abby, that carry will carry over to the next quarter as well, correct?
It should, yeah.
Kate Carvalho will start. Really got to make the most of these opportunities when you're a man up. Really got a good opportunity right here for Tam. Looking for some cuts, maybe some.
Oh,
some
beautiful
picks.
cut by Tessa Cohen. She
Yeah.
was wide open for a few seconds there.
Just missed her.
Sarah's looking.
Tam will work it around behind the goal.
10 seconds left. Can they convert? Quinlan Dayton double teamed. I don't think it's going to happen. Intercepted by number 4, Riley Buck.
They'll bring it down, and as time
That is it for the first quarter.
expires, 1-0 Redwood in a spirited first quarter of action here from Sam Chapman Stadium. Really a defensive battle so far.
Just what I was going to say. This is turning out to be a defensive game. I'm hoping that things settle a little, as you said, after that first goal. And I think something we need to figure out is help at the midfield when we're transitioning out of defense. They're really putting the screws to us in the backfield.
Well, it might be a fortuitous, 2 minutes here, between quarters as Coach Brian Dayton rallies the troops. You have theoretically another minute and 15 seconds of advantage with a Redwood player on the sideline. Drop a play to take advantage of that. You really need to win that first draw, though.
Yeah, get possession, use that last minute and of the yellow card to convert into a goal to tie this up. I think that will really change the tide and the momentum in this game. I would say one thing, I'm talking about the pressure they're putting on us on defense. I think what we're doing well is switching fields from right to left and using Jamie to continue to clear it. But we got to get to the midfield. They've got their number 3 is just chasing the ball down wherever it is.
Yeah, Moni Hewitt there, number 3 for the Redwood squad, really seems to be wreaking a little bit of havoc there. Hopefully Coach Brian Dayton and Grace Crow, assistant coach for Tam, is just saying, guys, let's take a deep breath. We don't have to get the ball out of our sticks, so quickly. Let's make good passes, not just the first pass you see. Let's make the right passes, and and if you do that and you switch fields quickly, then you have advantage.
And if you're the girl who's open, because they are doubling the ball as quickly as they can, You've got to make that cut. You have to make yourself seen.
That's right. And we got to be looking for those cutters because, as you said, Tessa Cohen, wide open through the middle there, for an opportunity, but just wasn't seen by the TAM team. So we got to recognize when there's cutters and take advantage.
Looks like Layla Goldstein might be going in.
Yeah, number 9 for TAM. She's another one of the 4 freshmen, talented young lacrosse player. Real good set of wheels on her. Looks like Coach Brian Dayton looking to infuse a little bit of fearlessness and speed into the midfield.
Okay. Looks like she's on our offensive end. Down there with Kate Carvalho, Sarah Cormier, and Ellie McEvely. At the midfield, we've got Mia Yallis and Tessa Cohen on the circle. Brooklyn Hatch continuing to take the draw. And on defense out there, we've got Quinlan Dayton, Lauren Townsend on high defense. And then on low defense, we've got Lexi Watts.
And Piper Swift.
Piper Swift.
That's another one of the 4 freshmen. So a lot of these freshmen, young team here at TAM, only a couple seniors. Really bright future for this team, and a lot of these younger players getting a lot of playing time here in a critical battle.
Okay, possession again to Redwood, and they do not hesitate.
So TAM, being a player up here, Abby, obviously Redwood would like to just sort of kill the clock here. We've seen TAM at times double the ball, and looks like that's what they're maybe trying to do.
Well, they're definitely putting pressure out high, which you don't always do. I think she stepped on the end line.
Yep, and
so
a turnover
to us. So we were talking about the lineup as they took to the field for this second quarter. A change that we're seeing is Quinlan Dayton on defense.
Yeah, normally on attack.
She and Mia are switching out. Okay. Mia Yallis going after it. Not quite, not yet. Oof. This is rough.
Yeah, a lot of drop balls right now.
This is unusual for either of these teams. They're usually both crisper than this.
And
Presley Pewitt takes the field again.
Redwood at even strength. Really good job by Redwood killing that man-up advantage for the TAM Hawks. Not even a shot on goal during that time.
Nope. And Lucy Jeffers rockets it into the upper left-hand corner. Oh, that was Lucy Miller, sorry.
That's a real turn there from being a player up, not even getting a shot off, to giving a crease roll and a rocket of a shot to go up 2-0. That's a little disappointing for TAM. They're going to have to pick themselves up here, hopefully win possession at the draw, and see if they can start to whittle down this lead.
Yeah, so the last 2 draws we've been had the call against us, and Redwood has gained possession. I think that Brooklyn might be starting to move her stick just a titch before the ref blows her whistle, and she's gotten called for that twice. And that might be she's responding to something that Lucy Jeffers doing on the circle. Okay, that was clean.
Oh, big collision at midfield. Looks like Tessa Cohen down, and
as well as Lucy Jeffers.
Lucy Jeffers looks like she is in a little bit of pain there in the midfield.
Her shin, maybe.
Holding her lower leg. That's unfortunate to see.
Oh, Tessa also seems to have a difficult time standing up.
TAM trainer on the way out to midfield.
Okay, Tessa's standing up, kind of shaking out her ankle.
Now, that was just an example of ball going up and 2 girls going at it very hard and just coming into contact with each other. No ill will on either side.
Nope. Two people going hard for it. Looks like Lucy's up, and
yeah, she's walking off just fine.
Maybe just needs a breather. Limping a little bit.
Tessa Cohen will start.
There's that number 3 giving pressure again.
Yeah, she
is just going to chase down the ball no matter where it is. Look at her. She's like a mosquito.
Well, Jamie Lemberg fires one out.
Oh, that's tough. Mia Yalis comes
Mia
up
Yalis
with
will
it.
control.
Oh, there's that midfield pressure. Claire Johnson comes up with it. She's going straight to goal. Can they slow her down? Switches hands.
Good play by Lexi Watts there on defense to avoid the shooting space call.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Tam really needs to clean up some of these errant passes. No reason for Jamie Lemberg to throw that long one right there. She had options behind her, but a little bit of nerves maybe there as well. Redwood will dodge.
Okay.
Good
Slide
defense.
to help from Quinlan. Oh. Good sled. Oh, that was great passing on Redwood's part. They kept finding the open girl. It was just
that sure was. That was Riley Buck, number 4, with the goal. 3-0 Redwood here. 9 minutes left in the second quarter.
And up here in the booth with us, we've got veteran sportscaster Mike Fox. Grab a set of headphones. Join us. Oh, he claims he lost his voice. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, folks.
But Mike, what I will say is that I like your hat.
I saw that, buddy. Well done.
What have we got?
Mike and I happen to be sharing the
I see.
same hat from our favorite watering hole in the greater Tahoe region.
Okay.
Les Chamois.
2.5 feet of fresh powder the last 2 days.
Up.
6 in the morning.
I'm surprised they did not. Surprised
Lucy
they didn't
Jeffries
call that
with a
back.
nice pickup.
Look at that passing on Redwood's part. I mean, that
Yeah.
was textbook. It was fast. It was crisp.
Yeah, no bobble there. 4-0 Redwood. 9 minutes left here in the second quarter, and it looks like Coach Brian Dayton at TAM's going to take a much-needed timeout to regroup.
I actually thought they were going to call that draw back because it was a little low. I thought it didn't quite clear their heads, but it was good, and Redwood capitalized on it, wasting absolutely no time.
No, you can't.
You know, if I had to diagnose, Abby, what some of TAM's problems, it really comes down to the passing. One of their strengths this season has been crisp passing, making good decisions, and what you're seeing them look right now is just be a little bit rattled out there on the field.
Yep, they don't look like themselves when it comes to the passing, and I just have to give credit to Redwood too for their relentless pressure on the ride, on the transition. They are not making it easy for TAM to move the ball down the field into our offense.
Yeah, really good game plan, laid out by the Redwood coaching staff. So then the question is, how can TAM respond? How can Coach Brian Dayton, give his team the opportunity, to make easier passes, find space and attack a team that's putting a lot of pressure on them? Because the antidote for being pressed really high is a couple quick passes, and then you're behind them and you're playing, at advantage.
I wonder if our midfielders need to come lower down into the defensive end to get those transition passes.
And also, I mean, we have some talented midfielders. You'd like to see them do a dodge in the midfield, use their legs, break down that defense, and and take advantage of the pressure that Redwood's applying.
All right, back to the draw circle. The score stands at 4-0 with 9 minutes left in the half. Same two girls facing off at the draw. It's really going to the same area.
Yep. Brooklyn Hatch won that first draw of the game, but Redwood has controlled everyone since then.
They seem to have figured it out. That's Claire Johnson up top.
Tessa Cohen on defense.
Oh,
but she's going to be in the sphere and give Claire a 8-meter shot right at the top of the arc.
Jamie's talking to her defenders. She gets in close.
Oh, good play by Jamie Lemberg.
Stick.
This is Piper Swift who clears.
Piper to Kate Carvalho. Kate at the midfield. She needs help. There's a double team.
She spins out of it down the near sideline.
Great job by Kate keeping
really
possession. Good. Okay. They're called for being in for a push.
And Tam will control up top, looking to notch the first goal of the game, start whittling down this deficit a little bit. Oh, and there's Quinlan right through the middle. Not able to connect. Kate Carvalho on the left hash.
Kate's gonna go in. Gets shooting space call. That's what we like to see. We need more drives to the goal.
Yeah, totally. And then really needing to convert right here.
Yeah.
With an opportunity, good angle here on the left side.
I think she's gonna run it in. That's my prediction. There she goes. Nope, they get a stick in there and the shot goes wide.
Just a little bit slow in getting that shot off.
But we maintained possession. We were first to the end line. Now we just need to take care.
Yep. Tessa Cohen, Quinn Dayton. Back over to Kate Carvalho. That's Sarah Cormier behind.
Thought she was going to roll the crease. Tough defense.
Yeah, good reaction time by Redwood right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good dodge.
Oh, she sees Quinlan.
And
Beautiful shot. That was Brooklyn Hatch with the assist. Quinlan with a fantastic cut and a rocket shot.
Yeah, when she gets that ball and she lets it go, not a whole lot of goalies that are able to keep that one out of the back of the net.
No.
4-1 Redwood here. 6 minutes 40 seconds left in the first half. Much needed goal for the Tam Hawks.
So some things that went well on that play. First, Kate Carvalho bringing it down the sideline and maintaining possession when she was pressured. And then I would say they took their time. They didn't rush that play.
Yep.
They moved it around several times.
Well said, as a couple raindrops start to fall here at Sam Chapman Stadium, and Redwood will control the draw again.
Phoebe Miller comes up with it for two or three times in a row.
Yeah, I think that's 5-1 on the draws currently going to Redwood. That's something that Tam really would like to switch.
Presley Pewitt making a move to goal. Oh.
And she'll score.
Lexi Watts slid to try to help on defense, but nothing was going to slow down Presley. So that is Presley's third goal, I believe. She's 3 of their 5 goals.
Yeah, she's really having an excellent game so far here. And the rains have found us. We've been battling off and on some of the weather these last couple of days, and we'll see how this changes sort of the afternoon. 5-1 Redwood. Maybe it's just what the Tam Hawks need, a little bit of a message from up above.
That might be it. Hawks soar in the rain, says Mike Fox.
That's right. Giants just slip around is what I'm told.
They just sway.
Yeah, they flail. Well, But a good answer by Redwood to stop some of the TAM momentum. Really comes back to this draw control right here.
I think Mia Yalis should expect it coming in her direction.
Yeah, that is for sure.
If the last draws have been any predictor. Nope, that was an early start again. Oh, this time by Redwood. Fantastic. Brooklyn picks it up to Kate Carvalho.
And Tam will control and work it around.
Brooklyn makes a move.
Oh, good.
Oh!
Oh, no. Jamie Layla Goldstein, not able to control in the middle. Nice pass by Brooklyn Hatch. Again, just not quite as crisp as we've seen them all season on the passing and receiving so far in this early goings of this first half. Looks like
Kate's limping
Kate
a bit.
Carvalho seems to be limping off the field.
Looks like we're going to get Spencer White in for Layla. A little bit of confusion because Kate's hurting. She's coming off. So Layla Goldstein will stay in, and Spencer White has come in.
She's grabbing her lower calf. Looks like maybe a pulled muscle there. That would be a big loss for Tam, a steadying force as one of the few seniors on this Tam team.
Oh, that one goes high, but Redwood is first to the end line, so they retain possession. Tried for a pass into the middle.
Little confusion by the Tam defense there, but they get away with it. Quinlan Dayton up top. Coming up on 4 minutes left in this first half. Tam really would like to keep the deficit right here at 4 going into the second half.
Presley Pewitt drives to goal. Lexi Watts trying not to let her through. Help from Tessa Cohen. Shooting space violation. Oh no, that's a push. So we got called for a push. Presley's going to take it on the 8-meter.
Yeah, Presley really wreaking a little bit of havoc for the Tam defense. She's at the 8, looking to score and extend the lead. Oh, she'll pass out of it.
Oh. Jamie stops it down low.
Nice save by Jamie Lemberg.
Lexi Watts trying to chase it down.
And it'll be Lexi Watts who will retain possession.
Great job on her part. Great stop by Jamie. Switching fields to Mia Yalis. Will she find Piper Swift at the midfield? Oh, overthrow to Kate. And Redwood comes up with it.
Just another misconnection here. We've seen a lot of those in this first half. I'm sure Coach Brian Dayton is going to be talking a lot about sort of our passing and receiving, at halftime. And look, that becomes even more difficult with the weather. Rain coming down here at Sam Chapman Stadium. But this has been happening from the first whistle.
Redwood really does keep it nicely spread out.
Pick at the top.
Piper Swift, she gets around her.
Ball down, and Jamie Lemberg will control.
Great. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she that was an offsides on number 4, Riley Buck.
And while Tam got away with that being an offsides call, you really would like to see them making shorter, more precise passes. The long ones have been intercepted a number of times here now in the first half.
So Tessa Cohen has it, and back to our goalie, Jamie Lemberg, to Lexi Watts.
Yeah, Moni Hewitt again applying significant pressure, really not letting the Tam Hawks transition, to the offensive end.
So what I see here, I don't see people cutting to the girl with the ball. If you look at our other players.
Tessa Cohen wide open.
Away into. Okay, there we go to Tessa Cohen. Take care of it. She's double teamed. Being pressured from behind. That was a push.
Minute 30 left here in the first half. Tam with possession. Sarah Cormier.
Oh, yes!
Nice.
Beautiful shot by Ellie McEvely. A low left-handed shot from a natural lefty.
Yeah.
That was a key moment with just a minute and a half left, bringing the score to 5-2.
Yeah, that's a really important one right there. Nice passing, and again, nice patience by the Tam Hawks, not rushing, making some more precise passes than we've seen a couple of times here during the first half.
Mm-hmm. We've got some Tam alum up in the booth here. Former Tam JV coach Peter Bowman up here with us now. Current varsity coach at Novato, Tara Linda.
Watch your mouth. A minute and 20 seconds left here in the first half.
What did you say, you're JV? Oh, well, sorry, I misspoke. I thought he was the varsity coach. Okay, scouting out Redwood.
And Tam will control. Nice pass into the midfield.
Okay, that's good passing. That's what we like to see. To Kate
Carvalho back in. Oh, looks like a cross check.
That's the kind of passing we like to see. That was a beautiful example of what Tam can do.
You know, Abby, and now it comes down to, can Tam take advantage when they're getting these opportunities? Much needed with the score of 5-2 with a minute left. Kate Carvalho right outside the arc.
Kate on the line for the second time here.
Really like to see her just bounce a shot really hard and low right here.
All right,
not go too far deep.
Let's see what she does. Here she goes. Ah, they got a stick in there, but we come up with it. Brooklyn Hatch. Quinlan Dayton.
50 seconds left here in the first half. Sarah Cormier controls. Ellie McEvely.
That was Ellie who came up with that key ground ball after the missed shot. That was really important. Okay, 35 seconds. No need to rush this.
Plenty of time. Tessa Cohen, always a slippery one at the top. Kate Carvalho.
Back to Tessa.
20 seconds now. Brooklyn Hatch, 15 seconds. Oh, there's it.
Brooklyn tries with a bounce shot, stopped by the Redwood goalie.
Nice play by Wells Van Stro there. And she'll just take her time, 4 seconds, and she'll lay it down. And time will run out.
That was a smart move by her just to keep possession. So we go into halftime with a score of 5-2, Redwood on top.
Abby,
and the rain's coming down.
What would you say sort of Brian Dayton's focus is going to be here, during the halftime?
I've said it before. I think he's got to talk about the midfield transition.
Yep.
And getting past their ride. They are really putting the pressure on. So we've got to be making cuts at the middle field to the girl with the ball. I think that's key. And taking that deep breath and making our sharp passes.
Yeah, I think.
What do you think?
I think you said it perfectly. I was going to say more decisive passing. Doesn't have to get too rushed and throw them 50 yards. These can be. We can use our legs a little bit, take a deep breath, and use a little bit more patience on the transition. 4 minutes here for a little bit of a break. Time for you to use the restroom.
Oh, rainbow's coming out. If you can see that in the distance across the road, maybe not. But this is also a great time for you to give a little shout out in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. I assume we've got the Carvalho grandparents watching from Hawaii, some of our biggest fans. But other Carvalho's too, wherever you are, we'll give you a shout out.
We'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. 5-2 here from Sam Chapman Stadium.
All right, and we are back at the start of the second half. Shout out to Tessa Cohen's grandparents tuning in from Wayland, Mass. Thanks for tuning in. We've got a pretty big YouTube crowd today of 18.
Which, by the way, good luck in itself, that number. So as we start the second half here, Redwood leads 5-2. Things are looking up for the Tam Hawks.
We ended on a high note. Let's see if the halftime chat with our coaches is going to make any difference here. Again, that was too low. Redraw.
And Abby, tell us the rules on who can touch that ball when it goes up for a successful draw.
Only the 6 girls that are on or inside the circle right now. So anybody below the 30-yard line, or 35, cannot cross that line until possession has been gained.
Oh, looked like a cover there by the Redwood midfielder. Tessa Cohen will control.
Here we are at midfield.
Yeah, she can use her legs. She's a
tough. Okay, that was a head check, so Tessa will retain control there. Not sure why we're... Oh. Are they offsides? Okay, Claire Johnson has to come back below the 35.
And we're back on here. Tam controls behind the net.
Okay, I like that they're taking their time.
Looks like another 3-second penalty awarded.
Okay. So Brooklyn is going to get that on the 8-meter.
Again, Tam has not converted one of their 8-meter opportunities so far today. This would be a good time to do it. Oh, she'll pass out. Quinlan Datelin. Looks nice pass. Sarah Cormier. Oh, off the post.
Tries to roll it, bounces high, and hits the post. Hate when that happens.
Oh,
great pressure.
Open
Ellie
net.
McEvely.
Oh, what a play by Wells Van Stroh, diving back into an open net. Great opportunity for the Tam Hawks.
Thought Ellie was going to have her second low goal of the day.
Really strong play by Redwood goalie Wells Van Stroh.
A freshman. Impressive.
Yeah, she is. She's a hell of a player back there. And Redwood will control. But interesting to note the ease at which Redwood, is transitioning up to the offensive end versus Tam. Just use their legs a little bit, not even a pass. A little bit of patience, and now they're into their offensive set.
Good slide to help from our defense there.
That's Riley Buck for Redwood. She'll pass it back out to Presley Pewitt. A successful dodge. That really comes down to the point of attack, and the defensive player just needing to slide her feet just a little bit more to stay in front of that Redwood player.
So Tessa Cohen gets called. I thought she called number 4, but
number 4, Riley Buck with the ball in her stick.
So Mia Yalis got called for that. High shot past Jamie Lenberg. That brings the score to 6-2 in the third quarter with about 8.5 minutes left. Yeah, you make a good point about the midfield difference, and you can really see it in transition that Redwood is pretty smoothly and successfully transitioning from their defensive end down to their offensive end.
And it's interesting because you've seen, this Tam team have, real success transitioning the ball from the defense to offense all season. Mia Yalish using her legs, Tessa Cohen using her legs. They seem a little bit apprehensive to do that this game for some reason. Maybe it's the pressure being placed on them by some of these Redwood defenders.
Yeah, they're quickly getting double teamed, so maybe it's hard for them to run through it.
Oh, and Redwood will control the draw once again. I believe that's 7-2 now on the draws.
So Claire Johnson came up with that draw control. Sophomore for Redwood.
Presley Pewitt, who has a number of goals so far, applying the pressure. Lauren Townsend, really nice defense, really nice sliding of her feet.
Great defense from our freshman, Lauren Townsend.
Actually, Lauren's a sophomore back there. Yep.
Is she? Okay. Presley is not giving up.
Yeah, relentless.
Double, triple team.
Oh, nice pass to the middle.
Such a good pass to Lucy Jeffers.
Lucy Jeffers with a nice goal, but I would say that Presley Pewitt really made that goal. She had 3 defenders on her and passed out of it to a cutting Lucy Jeffers
But didn't pass for a long time.
Yeah.
She kept trying. She kept making that drive to goal and then finally
slowly accumulating defenders,
Yes.
In front of her. 1 and then 2 and then 3. And that just means that there's some Redwood attackers that are unmarked, and it's their job to cut through, and nice pass and a nice finish.
They worked well together. They understand each other. They've got good chemistry.
7-2 here, 7 minutes and 46 seconds left in this third quarter. Score's getting away from the Tam Hawks a little bit. And Tam will once again, and Redwood will once again control the draw. Presley Pewitt over to Claire Johnson.
Claire sees Presley. Oh, I think that was a check to the head in her sphere.
Again, just a nice dodge by Claire Johnson, frees her up to make an unimpeded pass to a cutting Presley Pewitt.
Presley's got a direct line up here at the top of the 8. Let's see what Jamie Lemberg can do. Oh, hard shot.
Yeah, really nice stick side. Just beat her with a lot of power right there. Hard one for Jamie Lemberg.
Fourth goal for Presley Pewitt, I think. 4th out of 8.
Yeah, she's having
half her team's goals.
She's having a really nice game so far. 8-2 here, 6 minutes and 40 seconds. And looks like Coach Brian Dayton will call a timeout. No, maybe. Never mind.
Okay, back onto the field. I have to say that the energy from Redwood, they look like they're feeling comfortable and confident.
Yeah, they sure do. 8-2 here. You understand why they have a little spring in their step.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we've changed things up on the draw circle. Sarah Cormier now facing up against Lucy Jeffers from Redwood. Let's see if this changes anything.
A little bit more height, maybe. And right off the bat,
beautiful.
She controls.
Oh, that was a tough check.
Yep, that was. And Sarah Cormier will control.
So Sarah used her height there. That was great.
Good.
Here's that double team pressure.
That's Layla Goldstein behind the net, out to Kate Carvalho. To Brooklyn Hatch.
No, you were right. That was Kate.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
yes.
Nice cut.
Great find of Brooklyn. Brooklyn goes for a low bounce shot, her second bounce shot of the day.
And Wells Van Stroh with another excellent save. She looks like she's just killing time.
That's not something you see that often. She deputized one of her players to go in to pick up that.
Yeah, smart player. Really knows the rules of the game.
Yeah.
And Redwood will control. Another good opportunity from Tam batted away. 8-2 here, coming up on 5 minutes in this third quarter.
We knew this was going to be a tough matchup today. Oh, Presley's going again.
And another
call against Tam. What's happening here?
I think so. She clearly blew the whistle, and then Presley. I'm surprised actually because then Presley it was a shoot.
Presley Pugh will have it on the left hash. Already with 4 goals here.
Tough angle.
She'll pass
she
out.
Finds Lucy Jeffers in the middle. Oh, who finds Claire Johnson? What a play. Yeah. I mean, their chemistry and their ability to find each other and know where each other is pretty impressive.
Yeah, the cutting's really has really been impressive, and the Tam defense just reacting a little bit slowly, and you have some some different configurations back there on the defensive side for Tam that you haven't seen much this season, with a couple players playing in different places with Taylor Cohen on the sideline. That could be a little bit of the source of confusion. You can imagine.
And another difference is their offense is fairly seasoned. Presley Puett's a senior, Lucy Jeffers a junior, and we've got a young defense.
Yep, that's right.
So this chemistry they have has been built over years. It's not something they just came up with this season.
9-2 here, and Redwood will control the draw once again.
Claire Johnson with the ball.
We said, I think the first thing we talked about, Abby, was draw control, and I think we're at 9-3 or 10-3 now on the draw control, which,
gosh.
It's getting a little bit out of hand. Another goal.
Presley finds Lucy Miller.
10-2 Redwood.
So if Presley's not scoring, she's assisting. She really is having quite a game today. Great game.
They're very well organized.
They're very well organized, and they're just in their groove right now.
Yeah, they sure are.
So the score stands at 10-2 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
I mean, they probably had possession there for 15 or 20 seconds, won the draw, one pass down, one cut, score. Really impressive play by these Redwood Giants.
Now, Sarah Cormier was able to get possession on her first draw, so let's see if that can happen again. And they come up with it again.
Yeah, really just a little bit quicker to the ball. Have a little bit more energy, a little bit more spring in their step right now.
And they're strategic. She batted that ball away to give herself an open field to pick it up.
Yep, that's right.
They're really good at ground balls.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Give and go.
Give and go opportunity missed, but you can see that they are playing with real confidence right now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice defense by Mia Yalis up the top.
Good defense from Lauren Townsend. Pushes her down low.
Now, interestingly, you have Kay Carvalho playing low defense. Haven't seen her down there this season.
I thought I saw her too, and I thought, no, I must be seeing this wrong.
Ball down.
I thought that was an empty stick check on their part. It was, so we get possession. Take it.
That's Piper Swift, who will control through the midfield.
Okay, here's the run you were asking for.
Yep, nicely done.
Rather than passing. Oh, she's pressured on the sideline. Okay. Moves it backfield to Mia Yalis. Crossfield to Lauren Townsend, who finds Brooklyn. Okay, successfully brought it down the field.
Sarah Cormier over to Tessa Cohen.
Out to
Now
Kate
Kate
Carvalho.
Brooklyn Hatch.
Allie McEvely sees Kate.
Oh.
Oh, gosh, not sure who that was meant for, but Redwood comes up with it.
But a really good opportunity right there. It just looked like the Tam attacker wasn't moving towards the ball, but I like the thought from Tam. Oh, two of the Tam defenders run into each other in Redwood controls.
Look at the speed. Just,
yeah, that was
we
good defense.
Reset.
That was Kate. Well done, Kate.
Yeah, we don't often see Kate running the length of the field, so.
She did great there.
Yeah. Good
Dummy
defense
handoff
from
right there.
Quinlan. She's not going to let Presley by her without a fight. Kate on Lucy. Lucy rolls around her. Oh, good help from Lexi Watts and Tessa Cohen.
Coming up on 1 minute left in the.
Good pressure.
Yeah, great defense
really
stand
good
right
defense.
there. And Tam will take possession with 1 minute on the clock. Obviously, they need to really press right here.
Quickly. This is where Mia could really use her speed.
Oh, she'll pull it back. That's Piper Swift.
Finds Kate Carvalho at midfield. We've got 30 seconds to Brooklyn. Under pressure. Oh.
Nice catch by Layla Goldstein.
Moving it around to Ellie McEvely. Ellie keeps possession. Sidelines are yelling. They've got about 15 seconds left.
Layla Goldstein will trigger. 10 seconds.
Come on, Quinlan. Oh, Quinlan tries for a bounce shot, but it is not to be. So the quarter ends with a score of 10-2.
No, unfortunately, Abby, a little bit more of the same on, the passing and the transition, and this Redwood team really is just showing that they came into this game ready, a lot of energy, and they've been just a little bit the crisper team so far here at Sam Javin Stadium.
Yeah, I would say, but I saw some good things that time. There's good defense there. They did not give up on that last play that Redwood had down on their offensive end.
And then on the offensive side, even though Tam wasn't able to put it in the back of the net, some good opportunities that they're creating, some creative plays, some creative passing. Now just have to find the back of the net a couple times.
Yeah. I feel like they're correcting, but Redwood is just such a strong team. They do so many things so well.
Really relentless. Really relentless on the offensive side, and in the midfield, and the pressure that they're putting on on their defensive end. So an impressive showing so far. 10-2 here, going into the fourth quarter. Certainly would like to see Tam come out and maybe get one right off the bat. Raise the confidence and have something to build on here. Into the rest of the MCOW season.
It'll be interesting to see if they keep Sarah Cormier on the draw.
Yeah, she had a little bit more success there once the switch. Won a couple of those.
It looks like the Redwood players also really know their roles. Each one has her role and her special skill on the team. We've talked a lot about Mona Hewitt and the pressure she's putting on our transition. And then Presley Pewitt is just going to drive to the goal every time she gets it. And if she can't score, she's going to find somebody to feed it to.
Yeah, and I would just shout out Wells Van Stroh on the other side of the field. Freshman goalie for Redwood, having a fantastic game, has extinguished a couple really nice TAM opportunities that might have changed the momentum of the game a little bit, but with some really strong goaltending work.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're heading into the fourth and final quarter with a score of 10-2, hoping to change the momentum a bit, get a few goals here for TAM.
12 minutes left here at Sam Chapman Stadium. 10-2 Redwood Giants over the Tam Hawks. The score stays where it is. Redwood will vault to the top of the MCAL standings here. Plenty of time. A lot of games to be played in this season.
That is true. And we're played 3 MCAL games. This is our 4th. So a lot can happen. And they come up with it again. Lucy Jeffers bringing it down for Redwood. This is something we're not used to. We've been controlling the draw quite a bit more, so
yeah, that's right.
We're in unfamiliar territory here, playing against an opponent who's controlling the draw so skillfully.
Really just puts immediate pressure on your defensive side, and they are executing well. The Redwood team is executing quite well on the offensive end of the field. And no rush for Redwood here. Time on their side.
Their passing is crisp. There goes Presley. Up. She was patient. She saw her opportunity.
Yeah, nice dodge there. Once again by Presley. Her 5th or 6th goal maybe this game.
Yeah, I've lost track.
Yeah, she's really been a force. And at some point on the defensive end, it'll be interesting to see if the TAM players or TAM team starts to put a little bit of pressure, push the pressure a little bit higher, as Redwood certainly in no rush to, here up 11-2 with 11 minutes left in the game, but they're going to have to force some turnovers if they want to get back possession, especially if they're going to lose possession on the draw.
A bit of a change of position. We've now got Quinlan Dayton on the draw circle, but they have still come up with draw control once again. Oh.
Yeah, another nice pass into the middle.
They just work so well together. That was a planned play. Presley was on her own. All the other players on the other side. Okay, so running clock now because they are ahead by 10.
That was Riley Buck with her 3rd or 4th goal. Nice game from her as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've called out their stars, Presley and Lucy Jeffers, but it's a balanced team. Everybody's doing their part for Redwood. Claire Johnson strong, Riley Buck on offense. And, all right. Sarah check to the head. Sarah Cormier comes up with possession. That's Quinlan
Dayton.
Sorry,
she was on the end.
So that's that change of personnel I mentioned. Quinlan on the draw circle. That might turn things around for us. I also saw a little bit of frustration from Quinlan there when the whistle was blown. She really wanted to make sure that Redwood player was 4 meters off. So maybe she's frustrated. She's going to let that fuel her, convert that into a goal.
But look at the pressure, just really relentless from this Redwood defense, really pressing up. Oh, nice move by
go
Tessa
for
Cohen.
it.
Oh, another off the post.
Right
That's
off the top post.
second or third off the post for Tam. Just unable to convert right here, but nice move by Tessa Cohen. But when you see 3 or 4 girls around Quinlan Dayton, really need to have a cutter through and make a nice crisp pass to take advantage of that pressure.
3-second call against Redwood. So that is going to be our ball. Looks like Ellie McEvely's got it below the goal line, extended. Kate sees Quinlan.
And a shooting space.
Looks like Quinlan got a stick to the sternum.
Yeah, that can't feel that great.
All right, Quinlan. Let's see that rocket arm.
Yeah, I would expect her to really unleash it here.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And she'll score.
beautiful. It's one of her great skills. She doesn't need to step far off the line.
No, she sure doesn't. 12-3 now, a little under 8 minutes left. We're back to stop time.
So that was Quinlan start to finish. She got possession off the draw, and she made the goal. And now look where she is. She's about to take the draw for the first time in this game. Really for the first time this season that I've seen.
Yeah, I think you're right, Abby. She hasn't been the one there. Really been mostly Brooklyn Hatch and Sarah Cormier filling in on at times.
Okay, go somewhere different. And she comes up with it again. This could be what turns the tide for Tam.
Nice pass down to Sarah
beautiful
Cormier.
pass to Sarah to Kate.
Oh, nice pass over.
Tessa.
Three-second call again.
Mm-hmm.
Tam will look to convert. Down 12-3 here with 7 minutes left.
Oh no, I've sent off ball. Oh no, off ball fell on someone. No.
So it's going back down to Ellie McEvely.
She'll be on the right hash. Unfortunately for Tam, a lot of time ticking off as they get people set.
Oh, she gets her stick in there, and Redwood comes up with it. That was good defense on their side. That was number 7, last name Han. Not sure of her first name. She runs it all the way.
Yeah, nice legs right there, bringing it all the way down, using her speed. And Redwood will control, and again, just not in a hurry right here.
No need. Time is on their side with a score of 12-3 and 6 minutes left in the game.
It would seem like, if any time, now's the time to pressure that defense up a little bit more, try to cause a turnover.
And I don't know if you noticed, Andy, on the other end of the field, they do something that we do not, which is they pressure behind the goal.
Yeah, that's
They'll
right.
put their defense back there, and it's just part of their overall plan of relentless defense.
Yeah, that's right.
Good defense by Lexi Watts.
And
Mia.
nice slide by Mia Yellis.
Our defense is making some good moves. They're communicating with each other. Lauren Townsend pushes her wide. Oh,
And
ball down.
Piper Swift causes a turnover. Oh, and Tam will control.
Great. See? Our defense is doing some.
And then it turned right back over. Nope, never mind.
Okay, they're telling us to take it farther back.
Under 5 minutes now.
Oh, what's
Jamie
a long
Lindbergh
one.
will.
That is dangerous. That's the second time that's happened at the midfield. Oy.
Moni Hewitt.
Oh,
which
great. That was Lauren Townsend who caused that turnover.
Oh.
This is This is.
Yeah, a little sloppy here in the and a shooting space call.
Lexi Watts. That was tough to get out of the way. Their passing was so fast, Lexi didn't even have time to move.
Yeah, it sure was. Presley Pure trying to put a bow on her excellent game, but she'll pass out. No need right now.
Lucy Jeffers drives. Good crash by our defense.
Redwood content to just sort of pass it around the outside right here. Oh, actually, nice dodge.
Good defense on our part.
Yeah, great recovery.
They're communicating well with each other.
Number 9, that's Phoebe Miller for Redwood.
Defended by Quinlan. Oh, gosh.
Really good passing.
What patience.
Really good passing.
Really great patience, good passing. It looked like that was that Riley Buck again, number 4?
Yeah, it did look like it. Back to rolling time here. 13-3 Redwood.
All right, let's see if we've got Quinlan taking the draw again. It looks like we may.
Well, Abby, not a ton of time for these Tam Hawks to hang their heads. Right back at it. This Thursday against Novato. Will be an important bounce back game for them. Obviously, ran into a really strong Redwood team here, but
beautiful
really nice
grab by Lucy. I mean, that was gorgeous. Finds Presley.
Yeah, they really just know where they are. They
geez.
know where each other is going to be with each play.
It's just like stringing it one to the next. That was Lucy who got the draw control, passed to Presley, passed it to Lucy Miller who scored. This is a team that knows each other well. But, as you're saying, this is all great practice as they head into a game on Thursday against Novato, where I suspect things will be a little different.
Yeah.
Tam's the stronger team there.
And then a week, where these girls all have off for spring break, a time to get healthy for this Tam team, with a couple players on the sideline that will be back after the break,
Mm-hmm.
Regroup and come out strong.
Brooklyn
for
comes
the
up
rest
with
of the
it.
season. Yeah, nice scoop by Brooklyn Hatch.
Now we have to just keep control. Oy, okay, that worked. So to Ellie McEvely, who's going into goal, sidearms it, goalie stops it. Brooklyn. Oh, thought Brooklyn might be able to intercept. Oh, great triple team. Good pressure. Giving them a taste of their own medicine here.
Yep. Now pressure applied by Layla Goldstein.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Carvalho pushing their number 7, Hahn, to the sideline. Oh, they're going to call Quinlan for a push there.
30 seconds left here.
Redwood is just going to try to keep possession, I would guess, for these last 20 seconds.
Well, Abby, as always, these are fun games, and they don't always go your way, but a lot to build on with this young Tam team, for the rest of the season.
Oh,
nice play
Look
by
at Tessa Cohen.
Yeah.
Playing down to the last seconds of the game. That was great.
Even that, you love to see the energy and
not giving up even when the score is 14-3 with seconds left.
And that'll be our final score here from Sam Chapman Stadium. 14-3 Redwood Giants over our Tam Hawks. You know, a little bit of rain, a couple soggy passes, but a good effort by this Tam team.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure, Andy, working with you.
Likewise, and, Abby. Let's do it again soon, and we'll be plenty of lacrosse to go this season. So signing off from Sam Chapman Stadium, Redwood over the Tam Hawks.